So in Arizona, as people know, we have a lot of sun. So a lot of people are looking for ways to be able to come outside and enjoy their yard, even when it's 120 degrees outside. That's when pergolas and gazebos come into play. A lot of the homes that we see here have a really small patio. What we've done is we are able to extend that shade or that weatherproof cover with a aluma wood pergola or a natural wood pergola or gazebo. So some of the things that are going to affect the cost of your pergola or your gazebo project are going to be the size of the structure, the material, and then the complexity of the install, whether we need custom engineering, custom permitting, or it's just going to be a standard. Most cities allow for a 200 square foot structure without a permit, and that depends on the posts and that kind of stuff and the layout. But your biggest cost drivers are going to be the size of the structure and the materials. So a good pergola in Arizona is going to be your lattice aluminum structure. It's going to be open, going to be your most cost effective. It's going to give you some of that shade, but you're still going to have, you know, weather coming through. Your better option is going to be a solid roof aluminum structure. You can do those insulated or non-insulated. Those are going to be a little bit more of that mid-range pricing. And then your best option is going to be a solid, you know, wood structure with a tongue and groove ceiling, drywall ceiling, that kind of thing, where we can hide recessed lighting, run speakers, that kind of thing. We can do a tile roof on a structure like that. So if you're trying to stay on the most cost-effective end, you're going to want to go with the lattice aluminum. You know, mid-range is going to be your solid roof aluminum, you know, with either uninsulated or insulated, and then your best is going to be your custom built structure that's going to match basically the style of your house. So basically your installation process is going to be as follows. If it's over 200 square feet, most cities are going to require a permit. We're going to have to do some type of a drawing, that kind of thing. Then we're basically going to figure out where your posts are going to go. We're going to get those posts installed, and then we're actually going to build the structure. Now, if it does require permitting, there's going to be some inspections. We're going to have to get the footings inspected. Then we have to do tie-ins and that kind of thing. They're going to have to do some additional inspections. But for the most part, it's pretty simple comparative to the rest of your yard. The process is going to be a little bit more streamlined, and unless it's super complex, the install is going to be pretty quick. Most aluminum structures, if they're just a lattice, can be done within a day or 2 days, depending on the size and the complexity. A custom structure could take a couple months, depending on how it ties in and the permitting and the engineering and what the overall inspections are. So it just depends on the style and the structure that you're going with. So with patio covers and structures, if we're not tying into the house, not overly messy, we do have to dig into the ground and do footings. If we're tying into the house structure, we may have to cut into the wood or cut into the soffit and run some type of a beam. That can get a little messier, but for the most part, pergola installations are pretty clean, you know, pretty quick, and we can usually get in, get out, and do it with as little mess as possible. So some of the different options with your patio covers, pergolas, and gazebos are going to be, you know, misting systems. We can do those. We can do fans. We can do recessed lighting. You can do sound systems, speakers. We can do a tongue and groove underneath. We can do custom painting. We can do drywall. So there's a ton of different options. Again, probably something that would fit your budget, but give you the area that you're looking for and extend your outdoor living space, you know, through those summer months, and give you a nice place that you can hang out and enjoy with your family. So things that are going to affect your timeline are going to be, you know, HOA approvals, permitting, engineering, things like that. Depends on what municipality you live in and what the requirements may be, but we can kind of walk you through that process based on what you want to have done. So that may affect the timeline of the install, and then also materials. If it's going to be something custom where it's going to be a rough sawn timber frame, or if it's just going to be an aluminum, depending on, you know, material availability and things like that. But most installs can take place within 3 to 6 weeks. So warranty, aluminum is going to carry a 30-year warranty. We're still going to give you that standard two-year install on all of your labor. Wood's going to be a little bit different. It's going to depend on the maintenance. So A wood structure is gonna require that maintenance just like your house would. You're gonna have to paint it or seal it, you know, every couple years, and kind of keep an eye on that. You know, all of your aluminum structures are probably gonna be the most maintenance free and the least amount of upkeep. But you know, it depends on that look that you're going for. But we do give you a 2-year warranty on the labor install. An aluminum structure is gonna be probably the least amount of maintenance you're gonna get. It's a powder coated material. It's gonna hold up well. You're not gonna have to paint it or seal it. You could paint it if you want to, but you don't have to. Your wood's probably gonna be the most upkeep. People love the look of real wood, but in Arizona with the extreme heat that we have, you're gonna have to maintain that structure. Whether it be once a year or once every couple of years, you're gonna be painting or sealing that structure. So you are gonna have that higher upkeep on a wood structure. So on the pergolas, we do have financing available. If you wanna go that route, we can walk you through that process. We have some great lenders that we work with that could help you finance your dream patio cover. Or if you wanna cash flow the project, we can do credit card, things like that. But we do have those options available to you if you wanna use that financing. So the next steps, we do have the option on our website with our pricing estimating tool. You can select what you would like to have as far as your structure. You know, we have some rough pricing on there based on different structures. That'll give you an idea and a range. We can also come out and do a custom on-site quote for you, measure out, go over your overall design and what your requirements might be for your patio cover, and give you a price for that structure and then get that built for you.